cooked, but I didn't do the show for 2 years. And then, of course, now that we're out of the pandemic, per se, absolutely apeshit crazy with no help, no work. Nobody's helping me work. So I was putting in 80 hours a week from April till the beginning of October. So I've wanted to get back into this. Today's the day. Here we go. Today I'm going to make something different. It's relatively quick. That's one of the things I like to do is do these videos for people who are in a hurry. You can do this whole thing in 20 minutes, which isn't bad. New product on the market. It is called smoked bone-in pork chops from Hormel. They're fully cooked. I'm doing them both screens just in case. Fully cooked. They come 4 to a package. I made these about a month ago just to try them, and I liked it, so that's why I'm going to do this as my first show back. You're also going to want to have a Rice-a-Roni creamy 4-cheese rice dish. Obviously, you could use a different type of rice, but this works out really, really good for what I'm doing here today. You're also going to need green peppers and onions. I was smarter. I pre-diced them. Everything's ready in my little machine. Here's the part that makes this interesting. We're going to caramelize the green peppers and onions, and we're going to cook the rice. This is not an instant rice. This is one that you have to fry in a pan and then add water to it after it's been fried first. They both take about the same amount of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop bacon grease in the pan that I'm going to do the green peppers and onions. And I'm going to put butter in the pan for the rice. Okay, and I'm going to start them at the same time. So let's turn these both on. We want them at about a medium to a medium high. We don't want it too high because it'll scorch too fast. This is going to go pretty quick. We don't need these yet, so I'm going to leave these in here. First thing, we're also going to need 2 1/4 cups of water for the rice. Once the rice is ready to add the water to it, I already have the water measured and in the microwave, because if you put it in and it's not hot, it makes a mess. So I bring the water to almost boiling already. That way when I'm adding to it, it just does it a little bit, steams it up a little bit, which is awesome. So I pull the cheese package out, because that goes in last. And I will get the diced peppers and onions. And as you can see, there's a little bit left in here. So let me just get them out here. I hate wasting. Okay, pretty simple. Okay, not too. Probably should use rubber spatula for this. Yep, that works a lot better. All right. So while this is in here, we will stir it up. For those of you who have watched my other shows, you know that I am a huge fan of caramelized vegetables. I never did care for onions or green peppers or any of that stuff until I had fajitas at a really good restaurant that caramelized their peppers and onions. And when I tasted that, changed my life. Now I actually eat green stuff. Well, onions aren't green. Well, yes, I like green onions also. So this will take a little bit of while. The bacon or the butter is ready. I always shake it to make sure the whole bottom of the pan is covered. Then we pour the rice in here. We can use the same spatula. What I like to do is I like to make sure all the rice gets coated with butter. We are going to need the lid for this once we add the water, but when you're first just browning the rice, you don't need the lid, which is good because then you can see this. You can also put a lid on the peppers and onions. It'll make them get softer faster. However, This should work out really, really well with the lid off today. We'll watch it. If it looks like it's starting to get too dry, I'll put the lid back on. But keep an eye on this rice. It's going to, the rice that is currently white, it's long. This is not like minute rice. This is Rice-a-Roni. It's a different type of rice. It's not a wild rice, but it's longer like wild rice. So the trick is the white ones are going to turn brown. Once they're brown, we add the water, and I can't remember if we add the cheese right away or not, so let me look. Nope, you put the cheese in at the end. So that makes it pretty easy. If you've ever done Jiffy Pop, I know I just dated myself. I believe Jiffy Pop still exists, but I haven't seen commercials in it for years, so I don't know if families still do Jiffy Pop. You shook it. When you're cooking rice like this, you don't necessarily need to stir it. You just need to shake the pan and move it around a little bit. It keeps it from sticking. I mean, the butter will keep it from sticking too, but it works out pretty good this way. So anyway, I really miss doing this. I'm glad to get this out here. Steve with our other show, the Don't Know Show. That's the other thing. I don't remember if we had already changed the name of the show to the Don't Know Show back then. It used to be called What Happened to the World Today. We changed it to the Don't Know Show, What Happened to the World Today. So he's been ragging on me because he wants to see some more meals where I cook vegetables. So I'm cooking vegetables. So I actually had some fun during the week. It got really cold here. This is the middle of October. It's normally not this cold. We actually had snow already. It didn't stick, but it snowed. Last night this morning, like 6 o'clock in the morning, 24 degrees. That's way too cold for this time of year. I don't think we broke a record, but we came really, really close. See how when you shake it, it keeps it fat. Now, if you look in here, you can see that the rice is starting to get that brown color, which is what we want. So I'm going to start the microwave because I got it set for 1 minute and 30 seconds to get the water hot enough. Okay, this is coming up pretty good. It looks like we have enough bacon grease, but I'm going to keep it off to the side in case I need it for the bigger pan. Because we're cooking 8 pork chops, I'm going to use my bacon. I'm doing this a lot today. I'm going to use my bacon frying pan because you can put a lot of bacon on one long pan. These won't fit in a round pan very well. So, all right. Yep. This is almost ready. It goes pretty quick. Let's move it over a little bit because this side's hotter than that side for some reason, which makes absolutely no sense. They should be identical. All right, if you'll notice, we're starting to get some color on the onions and the green peppers. When they're caramelized properly, they will be mostly brown. Not completely brown, but mostly brown. It makes for a completely different flavor, but it's still healthy. Well, because I'm using bacon grease, it's not as healthy, but hey, let's face it, everything tastes good with bacon. Okay. Oh, yep, this is one more stir here. You can see how brown this has gotten. That's what we want. Okay, down to 10 seconds on the microwave, which is about perfect. I got one last little part that's not quite brown in the hottest part of the pan. All right, here we go. 2, 1, and 0. All right. Now we add the water. Please be careful when you add the water. Watch this. You don't want that in your face or on your hand. It is very, very hot steam. And just think, if I hadn't heated the water up, how much worse that would have been. All right, now you can add the rest of the water. Put the lid on it. Drop the temperature down to medium-low. Like almost a simmer. Simmer would probably work really good if you're used to doing that. All right, see this? Now we're starting to get brown on this, which is excellent. That is looking really good. All right. If we time this correctly, everything's going to be ready at this point in about 12 minutes. This is going to be done soon. I'm going to pop, actually, I'll just tell you. I'm going to pop the other frying pan up here. I'm actually going to start the rear burner so that it goes faster. Because you only need like 4 minutes on each side for these pork chops. They're already cooked. The smoked means cooked. Yes, it does. You know, you can take smoked ham, you know, from out of a big package, slice and start eating it perfectly good. That's it. Of course, pork chops are the same place. All right. Doesn't that look good? It's almost ready. Okay. So, I actually have to get a pot holder out here because I have to take this pan off the stove and put this pan on. Okay. Put everything on the long pan and spread it around because we need to have it covering the entire bottom of the pan. This is one pepper and one half onion. Because of how many I'm doing, I probably could have done 2 peppers and a whole onion, but it was a little overkill last time when I did that. So that's already hot, as you can see. It's already sizzling again. So we open up the package and put them on here. Oh look, it looks like the state of Wisconsin. How cool is that? For those of you who don't remember, that's where I am, in Wisconsin. And even with this bigger pan, we might not be able to get all 8 to fit properly, but I'm going to get it to work. Wow, that one's a big one. Let's try turning these like this. Yep, that helps. Wow, that is really big. And of course, since we recycle here, I'm going to take this extra plastic stuff off and then put the plastic tubs in the recycling bin. All right, every once in a while we go with the rice and we give it a quick stir. I forgot to set the timer, but it's okay because I actually looked at the clock. It was right in front of me. I think you can see it on the upper camera, but we'll see what happens. And actually, since this is the first time in a couple years,
oh, it's a good thing I looked. It looked like this turned off. Yeah, it's annoying.
Oh, nope, it was still running. The screen wasn't on. Okay, I probably screwed that up a little bit, but that's okay. We'll do some editing. You guys, I'm sure, will forgive me for, you know, that's a long time without doing the show. Make sure this is all separate a little bit. Again, since these are they're smoked, that means they're pre-cooked. So at this point, I'm just going to wait about 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to turn the pork chops, and then I'll come back when we're all done. All right, we're back. Chops are done. It's time to put cheese in here with the rice. If you look at it, there's still water in it. Oh, actually, it's a little thicker than this, or a little, still too much water in here. Normally, it evaporates a little bit better than that. But that's okay, because otherwise it turns kind of pasty. So you just sprinkle the cheese on top. Make sure you get it all. I hate wasting cheese. Stir it up. And then it'll only take 2 more minutes once you stir the cheese in here for the rice to thicken up and be ready to rock and roll. So, there you go. This is all there is to it. It is ready to go in literally 1 minute and 45 seconds now. These are done. What I will do is I will put the rice on the plate and put the 2 chops on top of the rice and put any of the extra green peppers and onions on top as a plate, and then I will take a picture of it for the plated for the end of the show. But that's it. This is how simple this is. And these are really, really, really good. I was afraid that because a lot of times smoked stuff is kind of dry. No. Very nice and moist. So it's pretty good. And as you can see, this is almost done already. As I talk just long enough, we're probably down to 45 seconds or so, which is absolutely perfect. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Very simple. I will put, of course, all the ingredients and the method, the recipe at the bottom of the show. Hope to see you again soon. I'm Funguy the Entertainer, cooking for you.